Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Hello, Abby. Hello, Grill. It's been a very long time, hasn't it? I've been in and out, in and out, in and out of the office, in and out of the cafe, as you will. Doing a lot of this way and that way, and so much catch-up work has to be done. It's been a while. It has been a while. It has been a while. I got a DM from Heather. She's like, Akiko, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, why? And she's like, I checked in the cafe and there hasn't been any VODs or anything. I'm like, oh yes. Unfortunately, I don't have things scheduled like the last week of the month to try to do any catch-up work. And then I had already informed all of you guys that I was gonna be gone the first week of November because the cafe was gonna take me out of town. And unfortunately, Twitch only keeps like 2 weeks worth of VODs, so it looks like a barren wasteland. But don't worry, everything is normal. Everything is absolutely normal. We're here, we're back. There's a lot of things I have to catch up on, as you guys may imagine, as you guys may know. Good morning, Cotton. Missed you, Blueberry. I missed you guys too. I missed you guys so much. There's a lot of things going on, as you guys know. There was a lot of announcements while I was out and about, while I was out of the cafe. Announcements that you guys already know about because you guys get the first dibs because I just talk too much. I just talk way too much. Oshi Push being the big one. Having the big official announcement about Oshi Push and having some teasers about the roster and things like that. Yeah, there's a lot of events that happen too. Yeah, absolutely. There's like, is there a lot of events going on? I think this upcoming weekend is Anime NYC, right? But we're not going to that. Happy late Oshi Day. Thank you. I'm super excited. I worked really hard on those ad graphics. There were some things that had to be adjusted last minute while I was out of the cafe, which made me cry, right? Because like I worked hard all week on the graphics. So like the ad graphics that you see, all of those backgrounds are made from scratch by me. I made all of those backgrounds from scratch. I was like looking at each of the talents on the roster, and I'm just like, I want to make a background for each of them so that people can kind of guess based off of their style and branding and things like that. So a lot of those were made by scratch. Don't ask what the Photoshop layers look like. It is big. I think it's so big that it's now, it's not a PSD, it's a PSB, which is what always happens when it becomes too big to handle anything. And then I think I was just like, okay, I have to go out of the cafe, see you, and then I got a ping, and then I was just like, swap image, and I'm like, oh no, I don't have access to my Photoshop. So I had to send my Photoshop file and image to everybody else. I'm like, please, I hope you are okay with my scary lace. But everything worked out. Everything worked out fine. I worked really hard on those backgrounds. I'm very proud of it. And now I'm kind of crying internally because I know I'm probably going to have to keep doing that for every single announcement. I'm going to have to keep doing that. But they're really pretty backgrounds. I'm proud of it. Listen, I'm proud of them. We have, as you guys know, this is the first stream of the month, which is, where did I put it? Pop. New schedule. New schedule went up for the month. Let's see. Great work. Thank you. I'm so happy about it. Even the background for like Tenma. So like Tenma's pattern, like, I tried searching up, like, each of the talents and things like that, and trying to see, like, what kind of branding or graphics they tend to use for each of them. It was so funny, because I was, like, looking for all of the Tenma things, and I'm just like, she just uses a lot of her emotes. And I'm just like, I don't have access to her emotes. So I had to make pseudo, I was just like, it's gonna be small enough that it'll be fine. So I made like pseudo like tracing over the silhouettes of the emotes. I had like a blurry image of them and I like traced them with the shape tool. It's not the best, but listen, it turned out really cute. Good morning, Kijor. Good morning, long time no see. Oh, because of daylight savings happened, you're now streaming. Am I? Oh my goodness. Time travel is such a weird thing. I did that over the weekend. I did time travel over the weekend. Did you guys know that? I mean, that's not anything normal for me, right? But, I mean, wait, I'm not a time traveler. I'm a dimensional hopper. But listen, time travel did happen over the weekend, and for the first time in like a bajillion years, I went to sleep super early. I went to sleep like 8 o'clock at night. I usually go to sleep at like midnight. So going to sleep at single digits was super crazy for me, but I was so tired. Time travel takes a lot out of you. Long time no see for sure. How's everyone doing today? Oh my god, I'm doing good. I do want to also preface that I know I usually do these streams for 3 hours, but I am going to end in the 2-hour mark because I do have a meeting talking more about Oshi Push. I have another meeting with Oshi Push. Of Oshi Push. For Oshi Push? Yes. And it's going to be a really long meeting, and we're going to have to do a lot of deep dives and really talk about it. Time traveling robot confirmed. Ah! You guys still think I'm a robot. I'm not a robot. I'm a perfectly normal human being. And yeah, lots of talk for Oshi Push lately. Yes, I actually saw that. I was actually reading that really quickly before starting stream. I was reading the Discord, which is weird, right? I thought I read the Discord. I thought I read the Discord when I came back, but then when I checked this morning, there was more. So I read more. I read more. There were actually a couple things that I did want to address about some of the things. I was debating whether I should address them in the Discord. Or... Oops. Hello? I was debating if I should respond in the Discord, but because you know me, right? When a conversation has happened like days prior and it's already been like 2-3 days, sometimes a week, I get kind of shy about bringing up the topic again. Oh dang, meeting. But it's about Oshi Push, so it's okay. Yeah. Perfectly normal. I am a perfectly normal human being. You're good. You're excited, but at the same time, nothing is gonna appear for a good while. Nothing's gonna appear for a good while, but I do want to try to keep you guys as involved as possible. So any things that like I might be working on, I'll try to share with you as much as possible. But I also have to preface that a lot of the things that I might be working on might not be like the final, right? Because I'm helping out a lot with the project, and it's mainly being like the VTuber liaison expertise person part of the team. So a lot of the things that like graphically and things that I might be working on are mostly like suggestions or like directional guides, and then we'll have somebody who actually knows how to do graphic design make it better, you know? It's like going up to a bartender and being like, make a purple drink, but I don't know anything about. It's like if I were to go behind the bar and then like make a purple drink, but I don't know anything about alcohol, and I do make a purple drink, but then it doesn't taste good. But then you go out to a bartender and be like, please make a purple drink, but they know the flavors of all of the thingies in the bottles, and then they make a purple drink and it tastes good. Something like that, you know? I just give kind of like a a general direction. Something like that. Aki-chan, not my waifu. Completely. But yes, today, as always, is the just chatting. To explain the schedule. I know I'm a little bit late on starting the month since I was gone. I had to travel and have some connections and meet some people. Next stream, I'll talk a little bit about Oshi Push. I'll talk a little bit. I know I keep wanting to tease things with you. It'll be probably good that I'll have this meeting today about Oshi Push. It was kind of funny because Eric, we had a meeting and Eric was just like, "Oh, it'll be good for you to talk about Oshi Push. I guess however much information you want to share." Like, he's just giving me the reins on it, and I'm just like looking at him like, "Oh, it would be everything, Eric. I want to share everything. I don't think you should give me that much privilege." But we'll see. I have to do a lot of coordinating. Some of the information, like, I've made slides. I've told you guys. I have a project pitch, and since making them, I recently received an email from the game designers, and there's a couple of things that have changed, but it's still the same for the most part. But when I go over the slides, I'll explain what some of the changes have been. And then we have our designated Tanto Kore Day. And then on the 21st, I couldn't make up my mind, guys. I wanted some sort of cooking game. So I have Plate Up and One Armed Cook. So we'll see when the day comes up. One of those games might be played. Because I think those are the only games that I have. Other than Cook Serve Delicious. But I don't think Cook Serve Delicious has anything like Thanksgiving. I know Plate Up last year had a big Thanksgiving theme thing. So that's on there. Just in case I feel like having more Thanksgiving-esque. Patiently sits. I need a hiccup. Pardon. If you want a purple drink, you just get a grape juice. This is true, but sometimes it's not purple enough. Cooking games, yes. I want some cooking games in preparation for the Thanksgiving dinner. But I guess I don't have a lot. I thought I had more, but those are the only ones that I have. Bless you. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm so hyped up on energy today. I feel like I'm so hyped up on energy. Gotta get Japanese grape juice. Was it? There was like a grape juice that I have, or that I've had before. It was clear. I don't think it was colored purple, but it was like GG or something like that. And it was like, they had grape chunks in it. So it was so good. I like it. GG! Grape juice with grape. Actual grape in it. Sushi Go? Wait. Is there a digital version? I'd have to get that. And there's also... I still have a couple of other cooking ones. Like, we can bring back the octopus balls again. But... I don't know about that. I don't want to do squats again. I think that's what happened, right? You had to do jumping jacks. You make the takoyaki, and then you get so full you have to do jumping jacks to kill the calories. You're not sure either. You're just naming stuff. You heard from something about grapes in Japan that they are so... Yes! They're massive! They're so massive. And in Japan, you don't usually eat a lot of the skins. You peel the skin, even off of grapes. But they're big and juicy and very, very expensive. A lot of like gifts are the fruit. They are very, very, very well taken care of produce. The flavor, yes, the flavor. Oh my goodness, I'm like 2 inches away from like pulling up a video of peeling grapes. Absolutely. They are so big and so beautiful. And I think for like one branch was about like $50 or something like that. One branch. A bushel, branch, vine. I don't know what you call it. Very yum. It's different from the ones... Yes, absolutely. Very different than the ones in the US. The ones in the US are very, very pea-sized. Unless you get like green grapes. I think green grapes is like the largest grapes that I've seen in the US, right? They're the largest that I've seen. I've never really seen... Well, never mind. I have seen some red grapes that are kind of orbous and rotundous. But I don't think it's the same. Branch, not vine? How big are these grapes? I don't know. How much do you, is it a branch, a vine, a bushel, a snippet, a shaving? A shaving's worth? I think in the US the stores sell them by the pound, right? It's like a bag is maybe a pound or a close estimate to a pound. The closest estimate to a pound as possible. Let me see here. Let's see. I think it's about. But grapes just feel really... I thought grapes were very expensive. Because I would buy a bag of grapes and it would be like $7 and I would cry. I would cry because they're like $7, $8, sometimes $9. I don't know how much I just grab grapes, right? I don't pay attention to the price. I just grab grapes. And then they come out the price. But then at the same time, the grapes in Japan, $50. That's a lot. But I am curious to try. You were in Japan at the end of September. We had grapes that were 1 inch in diameter. Oh my goodness. How much did that cost you? How much did that cost you? All fruit in Japan is expensive because of how they grow them. Yes, they take very tentative care of them. And that's why they're big. The blow over there is tiny. My bowl? It's miniature serving size. It's the mini size. It's kid size, kid friendly. It's taste testers samplers. It's ramen samplers galore. Mugden! Hello! Welcome into the cafe. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's the snacky size. It is the snacky size. It is the snacky size. It's when you're up late at night, you wake up in the middle of the night and you need a midnight snacky, but you don't want to get super full, but you want all the flavors in a bowl. I was wondering if you guys would notice. I actually did that, I think, yesterday. I swapped my bowls. Because I have big bowl and I have small bowl. Oh, big bowl, small bowl. But you guys did notice. Anyway, as I was saying, I know there wasn't too much to talk about in terms of the schedule since it's fairly short. Pretty straightforward. Obviously, every chance we get, we'll talk about Oshi Push. Every chance we get, we'll talk about Oshi Push. There was some messages that happened in the Discord. There was a lot of talk over the Oshi Push and TCGs. And there were some messages that I read that I'm just like, well, hold up. Hold up. And I did want to address, but I wasn't sure if I should message back. Triple the flavor. It's like, very concentrate. Half the size, double the price. Yes, actually, that happens a lot when things get minuscule. Wonka soba size. I don't like how things get smaller, but they cost more because of smaller. Because it costs more to make them smaller, but you're getting less out of it. But it costs more to make them smaller. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. I purchased for the volume. Some messages a bit pessimistic. You're fully on board. I'm so glad to hear that, Ebby. I'm so glad to hear that. And yes, there were some messages that felt felt bad vibes. And I did want to clarify a couple of things about them. And I don't know if I should message back in the Discord about it since it's been a couple days, but I do want to address it to you guys because you guys matter. You guys matter to me a lot. So does everybody in the Discord, of course. But you guys kind of come here and you keep me company. No, I mean I just don't know if I should start up confrontation. Full on board with pessimistic messages? No. I'm pretty sure that's not what Ebby meant. Ebby is on board with the project. Yes, we have been talking about Oshi Push for a really, really long time. So I know when I was asking about for TCGs and things like that in the Discord, there was a lot of reception back and forth. There were some that liked TCGs, but there was an overwhelming, like, a lot of Discord members that were not so much into it. They understood the appeal, but it was one of those things where it's just like it's not their market preference. We've been talking about this game for a really long while now. Before I even joined in or started streaming, it was one of the things that I was signed on board for, to be able to help with this project. So it was even before I debuted that this has been in the talks for it's been what, 2 years-ish now? So we've been in talks about this for a really long while. It just took a really long time to get things moving. Do it, it's your game and my passion. Yes, that's another thing. There was a comment on here. Let me take a look. There was a comment on here where it was mentioned that we might not even care about VTubers. Completely inaccurate. If we didn't care about VTubers, what the heck am I doing here? I absolutely love VTubers. I have a lot of Oshis. I'm a VTuber. Why wouldn't I care about myself? Yes. It's not just I care about VTubers so much. You guys know this. You guys have come to the streams enough. I'm a VTuber. I care about myself. I know I'm super shy. And I'm really, really small, but I really care about VTubers. They are definitely a community where there's a lot of interesting things that have happened, right? It's allowed a lot of people to be free, to be themselves and things like that, and to build wonderful communities, exactly like you guys, right? I've seen so many wonderful, beautiful people who have been like really big supportive of their Oshis. I think I told you about that guy, right? About when I went to Offkai and there was that one guy who bought like every single merch in multiples, in duplicates from their Oshi. And that was so beautiful and adorable. The amount of support. And I mean this like it was, sorry. It's really beautiful to see like how passionate some people can be. And just how hard people try to be supportive and things like that. I didn't look at it. I didn't look at this guy and be like, cha-ching, we could totally make product or card of this VTuber and this guy will buy a bajillion of it. I never once thought that. I saw a guy who really loved his Oshi, and I thought that was absolutely beautiful. I thought it was a really beautiful thing. Just the amount of admiration and the amount of like love and dedication he had, like that essence was really beautiful to me, and I was just like in such awe of it, you know? It is adorable. I was in such awe. I was just like, oh my goodness. I told him, I was just like, your Oshi is so blessed to have you. Your Oshi is so blessed to have you. There's someone you think would do the same. There's someone you think you would do the same for as well if they had some merch. He was so great. It was so great. And the, like, I still have their Oshi somewhere. I know I followed them, but I know it's one of those things where eventually I do want to reach out to them and get them involved. I want to get as much VTubers as involved as possible, from the big ones to the small ones, because you know the big ones, they're nice to have. They have the big communities, but I know there are also the small ones that have the really dedicated communities, but might not have enough following to be able to be noticed. And I want to be able to have this card game to be like, oh, well, I've never heard of this VTuber. Let me go check them out, sort of thing. You know what I mean? At Offkai, they had all of these cards that you can collect VTubers. And it was really interesting because there were VTubers that I've never seen before. And I was just like, wow! Oh my god! I want to look them up. And I want the same effect for this card game. I want the same effect. So yes, I care about VTubers. I have a lot of care for VTubers. That's one of the reasons why I am participating in this project, to ensure that there's still attention to the VTubers, that there is still the love and passion required to make this game shine. I want to do as much extensive research to learn about all of these different VTubers, to kind of really capture their personality in these cards. I want to try my best to not just be like, we grab the random VTubers, we stick them in the cards, we put random attributes on them, we call it good. They kind of look like they do this, and we'll do that. Perfect. Send it out, ship it out, boys. No, I don't really want to do that. As I mentioned to you guys before, I want to try to capture moments the best that I can. Of course, there's going to be some difficulties in terms of like the assets available. There do be a lot of YouTubers. There are a lot of them. You're glad I found you, Akiko. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you. No, thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Listen, without you guys, I wouldn't be here. I'd just be in my old little cafe on grand opening day and just waiting for people to show up and wondering if people were lost, because my cafe likes to show up in random places and is not consistent at all. An inconsistent cafe, how dare you. Let me see here. I'm trying to understand some of these comments. But no, it's far from... Listen, my involvement in the game is purely, I want to get VTubers involved, okay? I don't know anything about how much money this will make. I don't have the projections for that. My projections is, I want to make a card game for VTubers. All sorts of VTubers, right? I get the spark of joy from pulling Waste Shorts cards for Hololive. I want to have spark of joy for pulling VTubers of every caliber, my peers, my Oshis, all the like. So at least you guys know, with my participation, I will work hard to keep that integrity in the game. I will try my best and work hard on that. Let's see. Oh, I read something about the wording sounded weird. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. It sounded like there was a statement in there that said that with this project, we don't need our Japanime community to be behind it. since there's a community, there's like a, what is it? There's a market for it elsewhere. That's also untrue. Without our Japanime community, we wouldn't be able to even fathom this project. We value all of you guys. Yeah, I think, unless I misread it, I might have misread it, but that's kind of the inclination that I got. It was in response to, because the feedback in the Discord wasn't really for TCGs, but we're still going with, like, making this TCG. I think there was a response in there like, oh, we don't need the Japanime community to be in behind it or something like that. And that's not true. It makes me sad that there's pushback within our community about it, because I do want to make a game that's enjoyable for everybody. I do have to understand that not everybody likes TCGs. I have to understand that. And I am sad. I am sad. Because I like our community. I like our Japanime community. And I do want to make a game that people will like. And, you know, our Japanime community, that's ground zero. That's where we start. That's where, you know, our voices are heard first to you guys. And so it's like, of course you guys are important. You guys are important to us. I've been asking you guys, like, in the Patreon, showing you guys every step that I possibly can, getting you guys' feedback, you know. I know there's a market outside of Japanime's community, right? But at the same time, you guys are ground zero. You guys are the ones that, like, I talk to, that I get feedback and information from. If people from outside of the community come in and they like, they could be super pushy about something, but you guys are gonna be the ones that I trust first, if that makes any sense. You guys have been super knowledgeable. You guys have been super supportive. You guys tell me a lot of things. You teach me a lot of things. Your support matters a lot to me. They are just not willing to join the project, you guys. TCG is still part of tabletop gaming. Sure, most here probably love ECG over them. That's understandable. No, I get that. But there's a lot of folks in the tabletop space who still loves trading card games too. They are not mutually exclusives. To you, this just means more people potentially joining the Japanime community, you know? Yeah, this is true. But I don't want you guys to feel like you're being ignored or that you guys don't matter. You guys do matter, okay? The Japanime community does matter. You guys are ground zero. You guys are the first people that I go to for advice on some things. I show you guys in the Patreon sneak peeks. I try my best. Thank you. You guys matter. You do. You do. Even if there is a market out there, they're not here. They're not here right now. They're not here at the moment. You guys are here first. You guys are here right now. Right here, right now. I'm sorry that it doesn't cater to everybody in the community, but it doesn't mean that you guys don't matter. I'm particularly working on this project, but it doesn't mean... Wait. Sorry. I'm working on this project right now, but it doesn't mean... So there's another thing that I think I read. It doesn't mean things are going to drastically change, right? So I'm going to be in charge of this project. I'm working heavily on this project, but Heather still exists. Everybody else in the team still exists. I'm the new entity here. So I will be focused a lot on this and some other projects. There's still other projects that I'm still working on. But like all of the other games that you guys know and love, they're still under Heather's belt. So like everything Tanta related is still under Heather's belt. So we'll still be producing the games that you guys know and love. Like we're not gonna fully convert to TCGs, or things like that. If why did my tongue come out? We're not going to we're not going to convert fully. Heather will still be very busy, a busiest of bees as always. Someone mentioned about scalpers getting the cards and forcing price up. You don't think it will get scalpers' attention? Yeah. Because that's something that happens in the TCG community, right? TCG specific community, where scalpers just kind of buy out cases and cases. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but that's the background that they come from. That's the community background that they come from, where that's like what they want to happen. What I want to happen is have people come together and play games with each other. That's what I want. They want scalpers for the cha-ching and the money and all that stuff. That's the background that they expect and anticipate. I want people to play games with each other. I want to see people build decks of their Oshis and play with each other and laugh about the weird, crazy plays that they will have, and things like that. Talk about the game, play game with each other. And it's not like this trading card game is going to eclipse everything else. Yeah, it's not going to eclipse everything else that we've done. Absolutely not. There was another thing that was mentioned where they made it sound like it's an easy like cash grab, that we just slap things on the cards and get it done. It's so much more complicated than that. They simplified it. They simplified it and got everything wrong all at the same time. Like we get it, or I get it. No, I get it. There's a anticipated projection of what it might look like. Yes, as I mentioned, the application, yes, we're trying to get licensed work, but I understand that we're also dealing with individuals. So let me start from the beginning of the pipeline. Okay, the beginning of the complications, and you guys know this. We're dealing with a lot of IPs, a lot of different IPs, a lot of different individuals. That is the first step of complication. Okay, this is not like we get one piece and we sign the deal for one IP and then we're done and then we start plugging things in together. We get all the art assets and things like that. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of different IPs, which means a lot of different meetings, tons and tons of meetings, tons and tons of negotiating, tons and tons of contracts, trying to get people signed on. Do you know how long it takes to have a contract signed? Do you know how long it takes to get a contract signed? It takes a really long time because there's a lot of back and forth. I didn't think so at first. I didn't think contracts take forever. I thought it's just you write something up, you take a look at it, you read, and then you sign. Boy, was I wrong. Contracts take a lot longer than I thought they would. So that's like the first thing. That's the first hurdle. Getting the contract signed, because there's a lot of talking and a lot of back and forth. And yeah. What else did they say? Hold on. Yeah, they made it sound like, oh, we just pack the boxes and then we're good to ship. We're obviously developing this as well. So there's the signing on contracts, then there's the designing of the game, right? We're trying to make it thematic to the content. We're not just making like a Yu-Gi-Oh reskin, Pokemon reskin, and things like that. We're actually trying to thematically make a game mechanic that is thematic for the content, for the theming and everything like that. We actually have a group. We have a group of game designers working on it. So that also takes some time from scratch. That takes a little bit of time. And then we're gonna have to graphically design all of them, which I suppose that's regular pipeline, right? Doing the graphic design, that's regular pipeline. The art, reusing existing art, this is true to an extent. The reason being is because, as I mentioned to you before in one of the previous streams, there's different art demands. And because we are dealing with individuals, not everybody has a whole studio or agency behind them with thousands and hundreds of art pieces. Some people don't have that. Some people don't have the access to that. So we have to be mindful of that, and we know that some of these we might have to commission the artwork for it, which yet again costs money and takes time. I'm actually in the process right now of doing an inventory for some of the first set of assets. I'm trying to gather as much inventory, and I'm trying to make a spreadsheet of the art needs that we will have so that we know how much we need to commission for. So it's not just slap on pre-existing art. We'll try to get as much as we can, but we acknowledge that we might have to get some. Let's see. The comment, which is a lot less expensive than commissioning art. We are commissioning art. We will be. If the need, if we have the need, if the demands are there for it, we will. And then the marketing, that's a give or take. We want to implement the affiliate. That's why we're trying to we're trying to incorporate the affiliate marketing for it. Because we want to encourage the marketing, but we also want to make it like worthwhile to everybody, and for those that are a part of it, to get like additionals or extras, or just make it worthwhile for them, because these are different than studios. Going once again to like One Piece or Dragon Ball, when you do a sign-on with them, it's kind of like just bonus royalty money for them, right? They're so big, it's just like there's so many things going on. They get revenue from everywhere. For VTubers, this is their whole revenue. This is everything that they have to like that's their main form of revenue. It's the same for a lot of influencers, not just VTubers. Influencers in general, right? That's their marketable commodity. So we have to be mindful of that. So we want to make sure that we make it worth their while, which is why I'm trying to get incorporated the affiliate marketing, so that, you know, they're excited. They're excited about wanting to talk about the project. I've seen pitch decks for some influencers, not specific to the VTubing trading card games, but I've seen some, is it pitch decks? Price decks? Price decks for other influencers, where it was like 100K for XYZ or something like that, or like for a 10-minute shout out on a video, it costs like $10,000 or something like that. Things like that. Like that is what they are selling. They're selling you their ad read. So, you know, that's something that we also have to consider as well. We've been trying to work on the schematic for this for a while, back and forth, based off of a lot of feedback, and we're still trying to fine tune it, and I'm pretty sure this is something that will come up in our meeting today. That's crazy. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen on some of the price sheets for some influencers that like a 10 second, did I say 10 minutes before? Did I accidentally say 10 minutes? A 10-second ad read costs $10,000 for some influencers. I've seen it. So that's something that we have to consider. Let's see here. But yeah. Certain things that were said in the Discord, please take with a grain of salt, because there's a lot of things happening internally, and I know it's easy to speculate, but just know that it's not as simple as you might think. It's not easy. It's easy to speculate, right? And it's easy to misunderstand things and come to your own conclusion about things. Yeah, it's just speculation. It's just speculation. I'm gonna work really hard on this project, and I want it to be really special. It's one of my goals. I told you this at debut. It's one of my goals to make a trading card game, or a game in general. Trading card game just kind of happened to be it, because I wanted to get VTubers involved, and it just kind of made sense. But yeah, let me catch up on chat. Hold on. I know I went on a really long tangent here. There are ways to prevent scalping too. Pokemon has been experimenting with some new things in Japan that might spread. Ooh, what kind of things? As a TCG, it's possible to have the most return for profit. Sure, it needs constant new cards to survive as a TCG, but Japanime Games isn't about TCG exclusively. Yeah, we're not exclusively about TCG. This is a big project for us, sure. It's big. It's pretty big. Bro, look. Got hit so darn hard with scalpers, did they? Oh no. I heard Lurkana was dealing with something recently. 'Cause Disney. Yeah. You doubt this game will get the attention among scalpers that something like Lurkana did? That one came from Disney. Everyone knew there were going to be collectors going after it. There are Disney collectors. This is true, actually. I know my grandma would take me to like the Disney store, and she went through a phase where she wanted to buy like those Disney plates where it's like decorated, the like figurine decorated Disney plates. She would buy those thinking that they would be worth lots of money. I don't know if they are or not, but we have one. I think it's the Beauty and the Beast one. You may have asked this before, but will there be starter decks? Yes. There will be starter decks. Yes, yes. You don't think Weiss Schwartz for its Hololive sets were hit too hard by scalpers? They kind of were. The first set, the first set, I don't know about the second set, but I know the first set, a lot of stores told me that they were sold out within the first week. I don't know if that's due to scalpers or not, but they sold out within the first week. You doubt this would be hit too hard either? Yeah. Hi, Team Frezak! How are you doing? Good morning. The autocorrect, the free hope. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, is that autocorrect? Free period. Hope you are having a good day. That's crazy. That's advertising, baby. I know. It's crazy. It's scary. It's scary. It's just that speculation, and it's easy to speculate with certain biases as well. Absolutely. I don't want the speculations to give you guys a bad, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, inclination? Or bad feeling about the project? Or like, feeling ill or sour about it or feeling this or that. These are my feelings, and I'm actually working on the project. My dream is to have people play the game and have fun with their Oshis, and have the Oshis have fun with it. I want the community to just be excited about the cards, right? I want there to be like, I don't know. I'm just thinking about everything. Japanime Games has given you little reason to worry that this won't be done right in the end, honestly. You're not worried? Just really interested and excited to see it happen. Me too. I'm grateful for you guys, for all of your support and everything. TCGs have always been a bit of a special interest, and seeing a new one hit the scene with so much potential is awesome. Absolutely. Shoyu! Hello! You're here to lurk, unfortunately, because you're at work. Ooh. I understand. And I hope you are having a good day at work. I understand. Be safe. We're having a little discussion on Oshi Push. Teeny tiny, itty bitty, teeny tiny discussion. You're excited about the game? I am too. It's gonna be a huge undertaking, but I hope you guys bear with me on everything, every step of the way. There's a lot of things. Essentially, there's a lot of talk about it going on. Of course, Japanime in the Discord, in Japanime Games Discord, but there's a lot of folks who are not interested or care for the trading card game. Yeah. There's a lot of bias against or disinterest for VTubers and TCGs. Japanime Games mostly has single set board games, not trading card games that constantly need updating and new content. Yes. We'll still be making our regular content. There's still a lot in the schedule for all of the other content. I'm gonna be focusing a lot on this one, and it's gonna be like my forever task. It's gonna be my forever task. Don't be scared. It's a huge project. It can smell the fear. Oh god. I've already had 2 people reach out for news outlets. So now that I'm looking at my schedule, I actually think I should cause Keidra, I finally messaged back, and I need to message again. And then I also my handler told me that we were reached out by another VTuber channel to talk about the project. And I'm kind of anxious because I'm kind of anxious talking to people. There's a ton of work that goes into making a trading card game after all. But yes, the company and Aki will have to eventually deal with these issues. Yeah, a lot of issues. There's a lot of things, a lot of things in motion. Not everyone likes TCG games. You're personally not a fan. You just like cute things. So you're all about waifu cards. Yes! Like, waifu cards! Waifu cards! I mean, husbandu cards! And waifu cards! Most definitely. Ooh. You were just interested in Lorcana because you're a Disney fan? I'm very basic. I'm also sure that some people they're not interested in VTubers, but well, anime girl cards. Every community will want the card of their fave. So you think it could work? There's a lot of anime girls in VTubing. There's a lot of anime girls. The appeal is there. You think it is great potential. It's great potential. We're trying our best. Whether you are a player of the game or collector, it still gets people together. It's called a trading card game after all. I'm looking forward to hearing about the trades. I'm looking forward. I loved hearing it at the Offkai convention. being approached by people asking like, do you have so and so, or do you have this or that, and things like that. Searching the great quest for your Oshi. Casuals and hardcores like can get together to trade and play the game. I'm very very. You pray for the second season of Oshi Push and being able to submit your form then? Yes! Absolutely. I'm supposed to have the forms closed, but since the official announcement, they did want a place, like a landing page place. So I'm still going through. I'm gonna spend the month as well also going through all of the applications. I've started going through a couple of them, and since it takes it takes time to like research everybody that's applied, that's gonna take me a while. It's gonna take me a while. But the form is still open as a secondary kind of landing page for those that are interested in participation in the game. Because we also have the MailChimp. We have the MailChimp landing page, but they also wanted to have my application form open as a secondary landing page for those that were interested in participation. So it is still there. It is still open. Hopefully, I can still go through the form. Bless you. We will all be trading it to get the Akiko SSR card. Yes. That does remind me. There was a suggestion that was made, and I suppose I should ask you guys. So you know how like some cards, so like how there's the signed foil cards? There was a suggestion that was made where it's just like, what if we have like actual physically signed cards, like they are sent to the talent and they sign it and then those get packed into the pack? As like a special signed card? In my head I'm just like, I would just have those be like tournament winnings. That would be very neat. You guys like that? I in my head I'm just like that I would like that as like tournament winnings, because it seems like that seems like a lot of work. That seems, because we would have to get them made, then mail them out, and then wait for them to get signed, have them mailed back to us, and then we'd mail it back to the warehouse where they'd get randomly shuffled in. Would Aki be an SSR or a UR? We have to see. It's definitely a step above what Weiss Schwartz does. Using them as tournament prizes, though, is also a very good idea. Yeah. There have been TCGs that did sign cards that way. The Babylon 5 TCG had several of the actors sign cards and stuck one in every box for one of the expansions. Oh. Ooh. Were they like numbered? I'm just like, what would make the difference? What's the difference between having us sign like get them signed and then put them in the packs versus if somebody were to go to like, wait. Yeah, versus going to your Oshi and getting it signed personally. But I know it's hard to get signatures from some Oshis, since a lot of them don't really go to conventions. I know there were a couple, like I know V Shoujo had the machine to try to like sign. That was so cool. That is super cool. Let me see. But you're not sure if it would be practical? You're not sure? Because, yeah, that's definitely a lot of extra work. There's a lot of extra work. Eric is excited about that. He likes the idea. I think it would be really cool to have them as, like, tournament prizes. Basically, it would encourage, like, gameplay, right? if they were tournament prizes, it would encourage gameplay. It would encourage people to compete and play with each other. That's kind of what I like. That's the idea that I like, at least. But I'm sure that's something we will talk about further down the line. Conceptually, including them in packs is cool, but it would be a logical nightmare. Yeah, what happens if the shuffling doesn't go well and somebody opens a pack and they have like 3 hand-signed cards? Holy crap, they won the lottery! Holy crap! We be spitting lottery juice out here! Yes, you'd agree with the tournament route. Yeah! I want to encourage plays! And it'd be super exciting! It'd be super exciting to get people to play! I think those, I don't know, did I show you guys when I was opening the Way Shorts? The tiny packs? I still have these foils. I want to get rid of these foils, but I still have these for research purposes. The tiny little pack foils that I was told that were given out for like tournaments. What are these? These are like Vanguard cards, right? These are Vanguard. What is this? This one is Way Shorts. This one I think is... Woo! So, like these Vanguard monthly PR pack. And I think it only contained 1 card? 1 card out of 12 types. So if it's like, for instance, if there's multiple tournaments, then we can have X amount of signed cards. And would it be less appealing if they were like random in packs? So wait, hold on, let me ask this. Let me put this back away. Would it be different if the hand-signed card was in those tiny packs like the Vanguard one, and it's like 1 of 12 of the hand-signed cards for the set? Or is it better to have like the tournament and then show what the prize is up front so that they know what Oshi signature that they are winning for? Or do it the pack way, where it's like a hidden 1 card, and if they win and it's not an Oshi that they want, that would be very disappointing, wouldn't it? But then it would allow them to want to trade with someone else who might have their Oshi, right? What is the best community way? Is it to show them up front the hand sign that they are competing for? Or to have it in one of those packs? And then it could be their Oshi, it could not be their Oshi. Would the specialness of just getting a hand sign this be worth it? Seems like the project could use a good community manager at some point to help coordinate tournaments and events happening. The only issue you see with it as tournament prizes is, yeah, some folks might be competing for Oshi they aren't as interested in. Yeah. At that point, it's Mude! I think I'm off my Mude kick. Guys. Since I was out of the cafe for the weekend, I wasn't able to play Mude as much. I think I got over my Mude kick. I think. I'm still doing a little bit of Mude, but I'm not spending like every hour on it. I'm not every 4th minute of the hour rolling. I think I'm off my Mude kick. I think I was able to stop, maybe. I can stop anytime, I swear. You have this one-of-a-kind card that you don't want, but someone else has the card that you want, but they're not ruining the trade. They're not running the trade because they want it too. I know. You won't believe how many times you've gotten stuff in Mude and folks do not want to trade. I will think about this a lot because I kind of want to. I like the surprise element of it, but yeah, I feel sad for the player that gets an Oshi that they don't want. Trying to sell buttloads of cards, having them in packs is the way to go. Just, yeah, logistically difficult. Logistically. Willing to trade? Yeah. No, I get that. Hello, Shepherd. What's up, Shepherd? Hope you're having a good day. Yes, hope you're having a good day. There's also the monthly... What is it? None of the Oshi you subscribe to have joined. So you're happy with any. With any. The mighty quest for epic Oshi. The mightiest quest for the epic Oshi. I think it would be really cool. What if it was more worthwhile as opposed to like, so these packs only had 1 card per pack. Oh god. That's a cup. What if it was like one tournament winning pack had like 3? Or we just gave them 3 packs? What if each tournament they won 3 cards, 3 hand signed cards? So it has higher percentage of maybe being their Oshi, and then they have 2 other ones that they could probably trade with? Maybe? The pool size is small for these monthly packs. It's like 12. 12. Maybe. Just give more. Give more. And then, what if there was a grand tournament? What if there was like a whole grand tournament at the end of the year, and it had like all of them? That's what happened at Alfkai. They had like a grand, big old tournament, and that person like won every single card. They got the whole set. And so he just put all of his cards on the table and had people do trades, so that to help. He was like helping other people complete their sets, and he was just like, you take a card, you leave a card, sort of system. And that was super nice of him. That was super duper nice of him. Take a card, leave a card. Your day went well? That's good to hear. It's coming to a close. Just checking out recommended streams. I was recommended? Holy cow! I'm recommended! Wait, does this mean you like board games? And tabletop games? And cute maids? That every so often dimensional hop? Uncontrollably? I mean, imagine we get three years of the game right. The amount of VTubers that would be in the game would be immense, yeah? Hopefully that could work. But the chances of them getting someone they like or practical, it's still pretty low. You think the signed cards issue can be kicked down the line to see how the general reception is for the game? You already have to win a tournament, so God knows how many people are in it. And then you ever win the lottery, you get that one you want. Yeah! Double, was it? You get the dopamine from winning the tournament, and then you get the super double extra, like, steroid shot dopamine if you get your actual Oshi. Oh my god! Like the same feeling when I pulled the signed card. I was just like so dejected. We were on the second to last pack. It was the second to last pack, wasn't it? And I'm just like, oh, this is it. We're done for. There's no signed card. This is it. This is all. We went through 4 boxes. This is it. The second to last card. It's there! It's there! Silly Aki, you're always highly recommended by us. Leave while you can, Shepherd. She's not... I am a perfectly normal human. She put 7 cloves of garlic in the ramen. I thought, as somebody that really likes garlic bread, I thought 7 cloves of ramen... I mean, yeah, 7 cloves of ramen? I thought that'd be perfectly fine. I like ramen tonkatsu. I always get the the garlic tonkatsu. It's like the black garlic tonkatsu ramen. I always get that, and they put a crap ton of garlic in there. If you get more than one card for certain VTubers, that means their communities will do their best to get them as well. That's actually, yeah, there's gonna be multiple cards made for specific VTubers. Or at least we can be certain Aki isn't a vampire. You don't know that. Have you watched Matt Pat's episode about garlic? He talks about how garlic actually makes you more scenty, flavorful around the neck area. You don't know. Although I theorized that, like, I ate a lot of garlic when I was younger, so I didn't get mosquito bites when I was younger. But now I get more mosquito bites, so I'm probably not eating enough garlic. Like, if there's 5 Aki cards, we're gonna want to get all 5? All 5? The whole collection? You want the whole set? You want the whole set? What if a whole set is like 40 cards for one VTuber? What if it's like 40 cards? You want all 40 cards for that one VTuber? Matt Pat says a lot of things. Some of them might even be correct. Some might be correct. If you say enough things, you must be correct at least once, right? If you say enough things, you have to be correct at least once. At least once, right? If you're not correct yet, that means you gotta say more things. Just say more things. I mean, how else can we properly adorn our Akiko shrines without all 40 cards? That's a lot! That's a lot of cards! Well, I don't know, Skipper, I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot of cards. Good question. But then making a whole set. You don't need all 40 cards, by the way. You don't need all 40 cards to make a deck. Unboxing 150 booster packs of Oshi Push. Oh, my head's dizzy now. Yesterday wasn't... What was yesterday? Was Tuesday? Tuesday was belly... No. Tummy Tuesday? Yesterday... Tuesday? Tuesday was Tummy Tuesday. Sorry. There was a lot of people having tummy posts, and I don't really expose my tummy. You can't see my tummy, but I can feed you ramen for your tummy. I'm sorry, I know my brain just skipped and I just started talking about Tummy Tuesday. Pardon me. And the head waggling just kind of reminded me about the post that I was seeing, and just knowing that when people, like, shake their bellies or hips, that's them, like, freaking swirling their head in circles to get their body to move. Blah. You're just excited to do what you do with Tanto, but with Oshi Push, to be honest. Gonna find all of the wildest combos. I'd love to see all of Grill's stress testing. For sure, for sure. I would love to see all of Grill's stress testing and weird, funny combos. That's what I would do, actually. I would unfortunately find, like, the most broken mechanic. I would find the most broken mechanic and run with it, and then pout when it gets and be like, How dare you nerf my tactic? How dare you nerf my Oshi? My Oshi deserves to be super powered, uber strong. No. Me when my Oshi is nerfed. You'd happily be a beta tester? I should ask if there's an update. Because there technically is a tabletop simulator alpha build? Concept build. Alpha concept build? There's a tabletop simulator alpha concept build. It's just concept, so it just uses, like, random pictures, like filler pictures and things like that. I should ask if there's been a change to that build. or if they've just been focusing on the development side. You're happy to test as well? I'm happy to hear it. Playtesting can actually be really difficult, right? Because there's a difference between like playing a game for fun versus like, hey, we need you to playtest and we need you to record and write up all of your findings and feedback and this and X, Y, and Z. Then it becomes less tantalizing, I think, for some people. Then it's just like, can't we just play a game, tell you it's broken, and then fix it? And it's just like, well, we need to know how it's broken. I think, was it a couple weeks back? I reported the Colette bug where it wasn't giving the Colette points. They're still trying to find it. They're still trying to find that bug. I don't know how or what happened, but they're still trying to find that bug. I don't know how we got that bug. We got that bug and they're still trying to find it. Blarg. Playtesting is more like play working. It is work. Yeah. It is work. They're trying really hard to replicate it and they can't figure it out. Blarg. But yeah. Sometimes, and especially if you have to have like a partner to play with you, so obviously you need somebody to play with, right? You need somebody to play with. You need somebody to play with. That makes things more difficult. You mean I have to have a work buddy who will do work with me? Granted, I don't know. Will you guys be able to play with each other? Will you guys be able to play with each other? I've been doing some oh, maybe that's something we can talk about on the next stream. Well, I think I'll go over some of the slides during the next stream. Tabletop sim, totally, yeah! It's mostly proof of concept, and I don't know if they've changed it since then. So I'll have to ask. I'll probably send them an email in a little bit. For tabletop sim? Yeah. Where? Is it muted? Is this muted? Are you muted? Oh, there we go. But yeah, I don't know the controls for Tabletop Simulator all too well, so I would need somebody to hold my hand on how to do what with the what. When the game physically comes out, tournaments at cons online, webcam play, and even setting up nights at stores is all possible depending too. Yes! Absolutely. TTS isn't too hard, luckily, and it does have a tutorial that starts up when you play for the first time. What if I've already played and I said skip tutorial? What if I don't have the tutorial prompt anymore? What do I do? You guys know all of the controls, right? Because I don't. I barely know how to flip a table. It's still in the menu, the light bulb option in the center restarts the tutorial. Ah, I see. Okay. You can suggest a couple of cons and stores that might be interested. That would be great! We do already have a lot of JPP under our belt, but if you definitely know more that would be interested, We're definitely all ears. That would be Emma's department. Emma's in charge of JPP. If you have time, you would not mind being a playtester for it too. I have to see where it's at. I know we are developing. They've already started developing for some talents. But I need to get back with them, and I need to finish the art asset inventory for the current badge that I'm working on. Be careful. Don't tell him the stores you're gonna release Oshi Push, or he'll buy all the boosters. He'll buy them all! We're all gonna be sold out! Are you a scalper? Aftermarket Oshis. If he buys all the booster packs, that makes it a huge profit, so it's okay. We're just gonna have to print more. More is just gonna have to be printed. And then the boats will have to carry it over. And then you have to wait until the race stock. Can you imagine just Kidra making a throne out of the Oshi Push boxes? Just a throne and just sitting on top of them. Oshi Push throne? Oshi Push throne. You played your trading card games meticulously. You buy a few boxes and then you hunt singles. Ooh. That was actually a question that came up. How do we want to handle... Should it be... I kind of don't know what to do. There was a suggestion about what to do for the Discord. If it should be its own Discord, or if it should stay within the Japanime Discord. I know for right now, I made the Project Talk channel. At the moment, I made the Project Talk channel because I called it Project Talk because I also didn't want to say the name at the time. I didn't want to say the name of the project at the time. For White Schwartz, you buy 4 boxes of the sets you're highly interested in, and then you hunt a play set of everything. 4 copies of every card so you can make as many decks as you feel. Wow! Your Hustle and Miku set has at least 16 decks on record, and that any one time you have 4 or 5 of them built. Oh my goodness! Kantai Collection has even more sets, so you have even more decks for that. How many cards do you have? You chimed in on that. It really depends on how you want to do things when it comes out. You'd say for now, the main Discord is fine. Eventually you might want a more focused Oshi Push community. I was thinking that too, yeah. Because right now it's still kind of small. The Project Talk one is what I was going to utilize for Oshi Push. I was going to utilize that. You know, keep it within Akiko's cafe. But I wasn't sure if it should be in the tabletop talk. But I don't know. I feel like everybody that's interested in Oshi Push is of the community of the Akiko community. You'd prefer seeing it on the main Discord. It makes it easier to get people who come to Oshi because it features their favorite VTuber to discover the other Japanime games. This is also true. Way Shorts has been your favorite and most perfect trading card game you've ever played. You find it extremely fair, balanced, and fun to play. You quit and sold all of your Yu-Gi-Oh stuff for Way Shorts. You love it that much. And you've played Yu-Gi-Oh for at least a third of your life. Oh my goodness. Teacher doesn't live in a house. They live in a warehouse, and the walls of the rooms are constructed by boxes from all the games, cards, etc. they've collected. Oh my. Oh my. General talk. There's general talk and tabletop. Tabletop talk? So should I put it in tabletop talk? House of Cards is a very dangerous thing. It is. It is, but you're not stacking them like propped up against each other. They're all laying flat. That's how many cards you have. It's like a brick house made out of cards. You check out a few discords for other games like Way Schwartz and see how you want to do things. If you keep it on the main discord, there might be a lot more to add than you expect once the game launches. This is true. You live in rooms of cards. Then there's branding and all that and other things. It's a lot to go over in a Twitch chat. This is true. This is so true. General talk. General talk is very general though. It's all general versus tabletop. We're trying to keep it organized. I'll have to talk to my handler about it. It'd be weird to put a game project in general, in the general section. It could be in the tabletop. No! We'll see. Oh, if I'm given a Discord channel, I'm gonna share a lot of things and ask for input. I'm gonna talk a lot about it. Spill the beans, as it were. Oh, I should probably prepare. Let's see. That's it for the month. It's a lot to go over in very little time. And a very, very little amount of streams for the month. With more to come, with more to talk about. Let's see here. I'm trying to make sure that I don't, like, be late for this meeting. Oh my. Do you guys have any raid targets? There's someone playing a Nuzlocke. First art stream! Somebody's doing a first art stream. It's their first art stream, guys. We should be very supportive. Here's someone who's streaming right now doing art. This one is their very, very first art stream. So we want to be very, very supportive. And like then there's... Don't worry, things will come up later. Let's go ahead. It looks like they're using a tablet too. They're so cute. They're a PNG tuber. It looks like they're working on their emotes. Bless you, thank you. I'm so nervous about some of the interviews, like Kijor's contact that wants to talk about the game. I am so nervous talking to people talking verbally to people. But I I suppose it's something that we'll have to get done. Talking to people. Mm-hmm. Have a great day. Thank you, Cotton, and thank you everybody for stopping by. We will see each other again. We're gonna go back to our regular schedule, that I know of. Well, basically, I will still make these order sheets of when to schedule, what streams and when. They're kind of slowly getting sparse because it is getting really close to the holiday. So hopefully you guys will bear with me. On the bright side, a lot of folks are also shy about talking to others, so just try to be calm. Yes! 5 seconds! Thank you guys! I'll see you guys next time! Goodbye!